Hey Awaken friends, Chris here, and welcome to your flow. This is part of the Energise Series, and this is your core sequence. We're going to move through some fun transitions from low boat to high boat, locust, some nice forearm planks, and a few other fun movements. If you're not already warmed up, jump into the warm-up playlist and select one of those. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see more of this series and other videos that we put out. When you're ready, come straight down onto hands and knees. Let's start in a tabletop position. Shoulders are stacking over our wrists, hips are over our knees. And let's just bring that breath through one time as we open up to the front of the room. And exhale, curling up and through. And inhale as we return into our static position here. And imagine a nice long line moving from your tailbone all the way up, coming out of our head, just to lengthen that spine. And when you're ready, let's move our right foot up and pointing to the back of the room. Maybe just gazing back to make sure that's feeling kind of straight. Foot's pointing down to the ground, and then bring your left hand up. Feel the wobble, feel the balance kicking in. And exhale, bring that in one time. Knee and elbow touch. And inhale, open. Exhale, bring that through for the second time. Knee and elbow touch. And exhale, open. Bring that through all the way to touch. Hold, hold, hold. And exhale. Hands to the ground, knee to the ground. And let's just recenter here. Feeling that dynamic movement as we just start to awaken our core. On the next inhale, bringing our left heel back to the back. Feeling our core. And coming back to our static position and feeling our core really starting to awaken and move around. Let's dial into that. Coming back to our static position here, let's focus on our breath moving in through the nose and out through the nose as we lift the left heel and move it to the back of the room. Gazing back, just making sure the foot's pointing to the back to the ground. We're not lifting high, we're not lifting out. It's all in alignment. And then bringing our right hand up and floating it to the front. And let's bring that tiger curl all the way through and down on the exhale. And inhale, opening back up. Exhale, bringing that all in, activating that core, pulling it up. And exhale, opening. Inhale, opening. And exhale, curling through all the way up and in. Pressing up through our left hand for stability there. And inhale, opening up. And last time here, exhaling as we bring that nice and tight in, doming up through our back. And then exhale as our right hand comes down to the ground. Left knee next to right knee. Just find some stability here. And now we're going to bring our right foot to the back, toes on the ground, and we're just going to roll the inner arch down so the heel touches the ground. We're going to open the right arm up to the sky for this supported plank. First time we'll do supported, just to give you an idea. We're just working on our balance here and activating that core. And the reason we want to start in a supported one is we just want our hips to be in alignment, hips to open up, feeling that activation through our core and moving through here. For guys, I often tell them the best way to activate your core is just to imagine that you stop peeing and you're stopping there, and that's going to activate in the lower core muscles, activating everything through there. And then right hand down to the ground. Let's flip that around to the other side. Right knee comes down next to left toes to the back of the room, dropping the heel down so we're on the inner arch and opening up. And really bringing some brightness through the chest here and feeling that just lengthen open. Left hand coming down to the ground. Back to our static position. This time you might bring both feet back, coming into a nice strong plank pose. Heels moving to the back of the room, tailbone in alignment with our full spine, and then rolling to the outer edge of left foot, inner edge of right, and opening the right arm up to the sky for our plank. You can stack the feet on top of each other if that feels better. Whatever feels good for you. This is your core sequence. Right hand down to the ground, and let's just roll straight across and over onto the other side. Left arm coming up to the sky, fingertips really reaching through there, which brings brightness and openness through our shoulders. And hips aren't dipped down, hips are straight. We're just trying to preserve that length, that string moving through our spine. Left hand down to the ground. Come back to our plank pose. Bring our knees down for a moment. Let's just take a breath as we sit back to a child's pose. Hands can be in front, hands can be down by the side, whatever feels good for you right now. Coming back to our tabletop position, we're going to step back into our plank pose, holding our plank, and then we're going to bring our right forearm down to the ground. And then from here, we're just going to roll again, open. You can take the supported version, or you can take this version with either feet, one in front of the other, on inner edge and outer edge, or stacked on top. Then bring our left hand down to the ground. We're going to roll our feet over, and we're going to roll up into a full one-armed plank pose. Nice and open to the sky. Then bringing the right hand down to the ground. Come back to plank pose. Let's do the other side. Left forearm comes down to the ground, rolling open, and right arm comes up for brightness and openness. Right hand down, rolling over the feet. Let's flow into a one-armed plank. And then left hand down to the ground. Come back again, knees together or apart, and flow into a child's pose. And take a breath there. Then coming back to our tabletop position, and let's lower all the way down to the ground. Hands underneath shoulders, and rise up for a Cobra one time, not pushing too hard into the palms, and exhale, forehead down to the ground. This time bring our hands back down beside us, palms facing into the ground, toes pointing to the back of the room, and lift up into a locust position. And we're preserving that spine. We'll be here for 3 breaths, so breathing in and out through the nose, but we're preserving that spine, keeping that length, that string still moving from our tailbone, even as a bit more of a curve. We're just holding here. And exhale down to the ground. Take a breath here as we just recenter. And the next inhale, rise up. Don't forget to breathe. In and out through the nose. Hips are tightening together. Feeling that through the glutes. Feeling it through back muscles. Shoulders are rolling back and down. Palms facing the ground. Holding, holding, holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Down to the ground. Hands come underneath our shoulders, toes tuck, come up to plank pose, bring our knees down, sit back to our heels and sit up to hero's pose. And let's just gracefully slide around and come in to our low boat position. So position yourself, rolling down gently, and bring our arms overhead, toes pointing to the back of the room, and bring our shoulders off the ground. Feel any wobble here. Feel that connection, and hold for a moment. Then bring our hands around. Let's bring our knees up, and try and bring our feet parallel to the ground, with our hands flowing. It's high boat. Then exhale down, and open to a low boat. Inhale, high boat. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 6 more. High boat, low boat, high boat, low boat. High boat, low boat, going, 2 more, 1, last one, 1 more for good measure, holding, 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 and release, all the way down. Bring our heels to the ground, feet to the ground, knees are bent. Let's just bring our fingertips back, see if we could touch our heels. If you can touch them here, they're in good alignment, hands facing the back of the room, and let's rise the hips up, and hold in a bridge position. 2 breaths, and slowly lowering down 1 vertebra at a time to the ground. And breathe in here, and exhale through the nose, centering that and feeling it through our core. Inhale, lifting all the way back up into our bridge position, feeling that nice long length, moving up, really activating our glute muscles, feeling it through our legs, pressing through the ground for our feet. And then exhale, coming down to the ground. Extending our legs, back long, hands down, beside us. Let's raise the hands overhead 1 time as we lift the feet, lift the shoulders. Hold here for a moment, and slowly bring our hands around as we lift our knees back up. We're back to where we started. I'm going to do 10 more of these, opening and closing. So open to low boat, First one just to get ready. And exhale up into high boat. And then let's go. Open, close. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more and hold up. Holding. Maybe extending the legs if you've got that, if that's in your space. And then slowly lower down to the ground. Goodness, that's a way to wake up. Okay, feet underneath, knees, just touch back. I like to do that because that's the length for me, so that it's a good position for my bridge pose. If you've got longer legs, longer arms, it may be different for you. It's just my way of working into this. And let's lift our hips up to the sky. Really activate through the hip flexors. Feel that core really switching on. Internal muscles, external obliques, really pressing down. And exhale. Lowering one vertebrae at a time, all the way down to the ground. Inhale, up to our bridge. Really feeling the strength through there. Grip through those glute muscles. Make them work. Activate them. And remember what I said for guys too. It's probably the same for girls. But just think about stopping peeing, and that really activates your core muscles all the way through there, building that strength, and then lowering down. I think it's pelvic floor activations for girls, but for guys, many just don't know how to activate those muscles. And inhale, taking our legs long, feet out to the edge of the mat, hands down, flip your palms up to face up to the sky, and you've arrived into your Savasana. So stay here for a moment, really just dial into your body. So stay here for a moment and really feel into this Savasana. We spent a lot of time in balance positions, flexibility, strength. You've activated a range of muscles across your body. And feel that from your toes, especially those glutes, your core, and all of your body. Be grateful for it. Be excited that you got to find this space for yourself on the mat today. Thank you for flowing with me. I look forward to seeing you again in another one of our classes. Namaste.